Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be ranking all of 2020 Spirit Halloween animatronics. Let's get into it. 2020 was one of the most memorable years to everyone, but to the Spirit Halloween community, it was the worst year to everyone. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, Spirit was forced to cut budgets and completely ruin their ISE and animatronics. The original plan was to originally have a sort of island theme with, like crashed buses and helicopters and all of that. And even the back theme was supposed to have a walkthrough, but yet again, because of COVID-19, all of that was scrapped and all of it was replanned. But with all that talking out of the way, let's get to the ranks. For honorable mentions, we have the black and red jumping spider and Twisted Tina. Both of these props are pretty good, with the jumping spider being a reskin of the brown and black jumping spider, and Twisted Tina is just a static. Twisted Tina doesn't look the greatest, but it's still it's decent, and the black and red jumping spider I actually own, and that one's pretty good. Coming in at number 19 is, of course, Johnny Punk. Johnny Punk is a very popular animatronic, but not in a good way. It's actually considered to be the worst animatronic of all time for Spirit Halloween. It's basically just some kid wearing a clown mask bullying the activator who, activates the animatronic. But it's not even, scary. There's nothing to do for Halloween involved with it, and yeah, it's just a very bad propped overall. At number 18, we have Mommy's Favorite. This animatronic is a creepy little girl, which I was never really a fan of the creepy girl concept. Basically saying that she killed her mother. So it's very dark, which is why it's not the worst, but it's not good at all, because, for someone saying that they killed someone, there should be, a lot of blood on the prop, which, as you can see, there's nothing on it. But all she does is just, kind of sway side to side and say her phrases. Not really a good prop. There's also been some cases where her face has been deformed and pushed in, because it's made out of, a very cheap plastic. Bad prop overall. Next at number 17, we have Angeline. This prop, just like Mommy's Favorite, is a little girl again, which, again, I don't like the concept of that, but this one has a lot more movement with the addition of kicking legs. She's sitting on a tombstone, which would be a perfect addition for a graveyard theme, but again, in, an island, or in this case, it's in a cave, it doesn't fit the theme at all. A lot of these props don't fit the theme, but that's actually what Spirit was going for. But not really a good prop overall, yet again. In the number 16 spot, we have Miserable Marie. This one's only so low because it moves pretty slowly, and in my opinion, I don't think most twitching props are that good. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a grandma, which, I mean, it's okay looking. The detail on the face is decent. But I feel like they could have done a little bit better with the detail and all that. But yeah, props are starting to get better on the list, but this one just isn't it yet. At number 15, we have Sewer Varmint. The detail on this is okay. It is also Fog Machine compatible. I just wish it was bigger, It's a decent prop, but it does look kind of cheap. It does have two heads, which is pretty cool, though. I really couldn't find a spot for this because it wasn't a good prop, but it's not a bad prop as well. So I decided that 15 would be a good spot. So yeah, once again, props are getting better. At number 14, we have Ellie Hatchet. It's another little girl prop, but this prop is, it's actually dangerous because she would throw down her hatchet so hard it would actually dent the ISE, and it could actually hurt someone if it could hit someone. But once again, it's lacking blood. The face sculpt is decent once again. It's only ranked as a middle class area because of how hard it comes down, where it can actually jump scare you. It's a predictable prop though, so still not a bad prop, but once again, not a good prop. At number 13, we have Peekaboo Clown. This is actually a very unpopular opinion, but I believe that it's not a good clown prop at all. They executed the LCD eyes very poorly. The phrases are very corny, and it's not scary. It's just not scary. But the addition for the LCD eyes did put it higher on the list, because I'm pretty sure this is Spirit's first attempt at them. So it's not a bad prop. At number 12, we have Uncle Charlie. This is the first actual Flashback Friday, which is when they release a prop from previous years. It's a returning prop from 2010, and it's at number 12 because they completely ruined the feel of it. They ruined the face sculpt, the voice is bad, and like the old version just looked a lot scarier, just a lot better overall. So yeah, that's why it's ranked at number 12. Now, at number 11, we have Punctured Pete. Punctured Pete is a pretty good prop. He's one of the only twitching props that I actually enjoy. His face sculpt is pretty good. He only has a constant mode, though. So you can only turn it off or have it go on forever. But the only reason why he's at 11 is because he's missing a lot of blood once again. 2020 was probably the year where most props didn't have a lot of blood. And Punctured Pete is a good example of it. So yeah, that's why he's at 11. At number 10, we have Fright in the Box. And the only reason why he's at number 10 is because of how big his box is. Like, his box is huge, but why it's also at number 10 is because of how slow the jump scare is. It's predictable as well, and most of the time the hand on the box didn't even work. So it was honestly poorly made, and the jump scare could have been a lot better, but it was short. So that's why it's at number 10. At number 9, we have the Hauntress, and she got a lot of people actually in stores. Like, it was the first year that Spirit used a mechanism like that to jump out at a sideways motion. So it scared a lot of people, and it's just a good idea to have like behind like a tombstone or something. And yeah, it's a pretty good animatronic, so I think number 9 is a good spot. At number 8, we have the Butcher, and like many people, I think the Butcher is a very good prop. The concept of it is amazing. However, it's a Butcher. It needs blood. It's got like nothing on him. The only thing on him is just a little ring around his neck. But still, it needs blood badly. So if it had blood, it would probably be top 3. But it doesn't, so number 8 is a good spot for it. At number 7, we have Miss Mercy, and I love the nurse-themed props. And this one, it's not like very detailed, but it's not like badly detailed. It's like right in the middle where it's a good detailed prop. The animation is pretty good. The sounds of it are amazing. I don't know why, but I love the sound of bone cracking. It just needs blood again, because you know, it just does. So yeah, that's why it's at number 7. At number 6, we have Krampus, and Krampus is honestly, he's huge. I don't know if you've seen him in person, but he is genuinely like gigantic, and that's why he's at number 6. Now, the reason why he's not higher is because I wish he did something more than just turn around. However, the audio sounds pretty good. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just a really good prop. At number 5, we have Nightcrawler. And Nightcrawler, I think it deserves a higher spot. But the one reason why it's lower is because the audio was not very good sounding. Like, it didn't sound too good in most stores. And also, the jump scare wasn't that good either. But he's gigantic and he's very scary. Like, if you were to find that in your room late at night, you would probably pass out and die. He's pretty scary. So yeah, that's why he's at number 5. At number 4, we have Little Daisy and the Maestro. And the thought of having like a little girl, this is like the only exception for me, because I don't like. I said this earlier. I don't like the little girl concept, but the thought of having a little kid strapped on to someone and being controlled is honestly pretty terrifying and creepy. So that's why it's at number it's at number 4. I forgot what spot we were on. So yeah, that's why it's at number 4. At number 3 we have clowning around. This one is at number 3 because it's holding 2 kids, which is probably the first of ever in a Spirit Halloween prop, but I'm not entirely sure about that. But the phrases are funny, and it's just a pretty fun clown to be around. I mean, not if, not if you're a kid, but anyway, that's why it's at number 3. At number 2, we have Harvester of Souls. And this prop is loved by a whole lot of haunters because it uses the fog element in such a creative way of the monster sucking the soul out of the kid. And I don't know who thought of that, but whoever they are, they should get a prize or something, because that is the most genius idea for the fog element I have ever seen. But yeah, that is why it's at number 2. And at the number 1 spot, the best Halloween animatronic of Spirit Halloween 2020 is, I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this, Underworld Clown. I'm not joking. I'm being serious. This is entirely my opinion, but I don't know why, but this is a really good prop because it's gigantic. It's just, I don't know, it's just because it's huge. That's all I gotta say. It's just huge, and I don't know. That's really it. Yeah, that's the best animatronic from Spirit Halloween 2020 right there. Underworld Clown. Yeah. And that is my ranking from worst to best Spirit Halloween 2020 animatronics. If I forgot any, because I feel like I did, please let me know in the comments down below, and also give me your rating as well. I want to know. Thank you guys so much for 300 subscribers. It means a lot to me. And yeah, that's it for the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button down below. And yeah, that's it. See you guys in the next one. Bye.